Hello, students. I'd like to welcome you to this presentation about the flowers of Vincent van Gogh. Now, Vincent van Gogh was a very important painter, and with Vincent van Gogh, in regards to, I'll just say, some people thought he was crazy, and some people thought he was sick, and there's so many different ideas about how he was as a person. And what Sean Teacher wishes I could do is get you not to think about those things, but instead to just look at his artwork. Look at the things he did and ask yourself whether or not you think they were beautiful. Now, Vincent van Gogh was known for many famous paintings and styles of paintings. Here we see one of his famous landscapes. So Vincent van Gogh was very well known for his landscapes and how expressive they were in brushstrokes and how thick the color was laid on the painting. So he was very well known for many of his landscapes. Here is probably his most famous landscape. And remember, Sean Teacher has always said that a landscape is simply just a picture of the land, something outside. And this, I think, says something outside quite well. Vincent van Gogh was also very well known for his portraits. Here we see a portrait of his mailman. It's true. Um, he has quite a fancy beard, don't you think? And he looks very official in his blue mailman outfit. And here we see a nice painting of a lady, it's one of his neighbors that he painted. And she looks very friendly, and you can tell that Van Gogh was very kind to the way he wanted her to look. But the reason we are here today is to look at the flowers of Vincent van Gogh. Now, Vincent van Gogh was also known for making all kinds of still lifes. You can see many different things that are his still lifes, but probably his most famous still lifes are his flowers. And many people have regarded his flowers as being so beautiful, so expressive, both with their color and their texture. It makes one wonder how anyone could see things so beautifully. Here we just see some 12 sunflowers in a vase. And if you look at the bottom part of the vase, you'll see his name written. Vincent. Do you see it? And you can see his use of the color. It feels so warm to look at it. Here's another very interesting still life of 4 cut sunflowers. These sunflowers have dried up, and I imagine if we saw them in real life, they wouldn't be very beautiful. But here, somehow, they look so beautiful. They have such warm and inviting color, and laid upon the whatever that blue texture is, it makes the two colors sort of contrast against each other. This wouldn't necessarily be thought of as a still life so much. I guess you could think of it as a landscape And in the distance, you can see poppies, but in the foreground, we see irises. Iris is the state flower of Tennessee, Sean Teacher's home state. So the first time I realized that Vincent van Gogh loved irises, I was amazed. These sort of bluish, purplish irises just fill the painting, and we'll see that he uses these more than once. This is definitely a still life of irises in a vase. And once again, that sort of bluish purple against that very warm white. It's so beautiful, so expressive. Yet, here he paints that sort of warm yellow behind it. And it's pretty much the same painting we just looked at. It's not the same vase, but at the same time, the mood is so different. The green against the yellow, it's so different. And I think it's very interesting how some of the flowers have fallen onto the tabletop. So what do you think? When you see Vincent van Gogh's flowers, how do you feel? What do you think of these very small little still lifes that he made? Do you think the color is natural, or do you think that the color makes the paintings more expressive, showing the artist's mood when he painted it?